Do you want to take your game to the next level and become a rematch dribble demon? Well, this is going to be the ultimate guide for all of the best dribble moves that you're ever going to need. You can separate all dribble moves into 3 categories: your neutral, your advantage state, and your disadvantage state. A neutral state implies that both you and your opponent are on an even playing field. For example, in rematch, your neutral game is going to be the most effective way of beating out a defender when you are both face to face and at full stamina. These moves are great for faking out defenders with a quick change of direction. The first move that you want to master is going to be the Ippy slide. While running with the ball and letting off of the sprint button, you're going to want to push and immediately begin sprinting in the opposite direction. This is going to get most defenders to react to your push. Meanwhile, you've already done a 180 and are sprinting right past them. The only thing you have to watch out for is if your stamina is below 50%, this move won't work because of your change of direction will be too slow to pick up the ball. Next is going to be the Vexus slide, otherwise known as the flash step. To do this move, your camera must be facing at least 90 degrees away from the direction you're currently dribbling. Again, without full sprinting, you're going to want to push and immediately hold your dribble stance button. And once your player has entered dribble stance, press your push button again to do a dash towards the ball. This is going to send you back towards the direction your camera is facing. Now, there seems to be a bit of randomness to this move, as you may drift to either side when you pick up the ball. And also, on rare occasions, you won't get any speed boost at all. Next, we have the push step, which is an easy to use mix up no matter what situation you're in. It doesn't matter if you're running, sprinting, or even standing still. All you need to do is let go of all of your controls for a brief moment and enter dribble stance and push once. It's very effective when you are sprinting and a defender is chasing you to a spot to make a tackle, because this allows you to stop all of your momentum on a dime and pick it right back up in the opposite direction. The only downside of this move over the others is that it creates the least amount of separation, so getting tackled is much more common because of that. However, this move can be comboed with other moves and spammed easily, as it's not affected by your stamina as much as the others. The last move that you can add into your neutral game is going to be the reverse rainbow flick. Now, disclaimer, this move only works for mouse and keyboard players because it requires a hard 180-degree flick with your camera. To do this, just simply press C and simultaneously flick your camera 180 degrees, and the ball will be spat out in the opposite direction. Getting the timing and accuracy of this is hard, but once mastered, it's a surefire way to shake off multiple defenders. Your neutral game serves as a way to reliably get around defenders, so that you're in a position to deliver a pass or take a shot at the net, which leads us to the next category of dribble moves, being advantage dribble moves. These moves are best used to advance the ball upfield or quickly deliver a shot on net before a defender has time to recover and challenge you. First, we have long pushes, which are primarily used to get the ball across the field as quick as possible, while still maintaining your stamina, particularly your extra effort bar. To start, you want to give the ball a normal push first, and once you can lock onto the ball again, press your push button and your pass button together for a long push. This works because while you are in the animation of a long push, your stamina will recharge, meaning that you can hold the sprint button up the field at very little cost. Now, this will deliver a similar result to using your extra effort bar, but the goal of using long pushes is to keep your extra effort bar full. Why, you may ask? A blade shot. The blade shot is 100% going to be the fastest possible shot that you can throw at a goalie. To do it, begin with either a rainbow flick or a normal push, and then follow that up with a chip using X, A, and RB, and then immediately double sprint towards the ball and shoot. Everything about this is going to be lightning fast and near impossible for defenders to react to. Now, this is a bit more on the advanced side, so you may want to practice a lot more, because whether you've just dribbled past someone or if you receive a pass into an advantage state, this move is always going to be effective. Finally, with advantage state moves, we have the air dribble. The setup for this is the exact same as the blade shot, but instead of shooting, we want a rainbow flick to either side. This works wonders, especially after you've already conditioned the opponent for the blade shot, as they will probably be selling out to block your shot, but instead you're delaying that shot for what will most likely be an open net. To cap things off, we have our disadvantage moves. You should rarely ever need these, as in most situations, if your first dribble attempt fails, you can just pass it back to the goalie to reset the play, but for whatever reason, if that's not possible, or more than likely you just want to do it all yourself, here's a few moves to maintain possession and recover your stamina. All of these moves rely on abusing the dribble stance mechanics to confuse defenders on which direction you want to go with the ball. You can either run away from a defender and periodically press the dribble stance button to flip around repeatedly, or you can hold the dribble stance button and spam left or right, or you can hold the dribble stance button and a direction while you're rotating your camera to perform a full circular motion. Also, mixing in single touches to keep defenders guessing works as long as you're still managing your stamina bar well. And that's all I have for today, so if you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know if I missed anything in the comments. As always, peace on the streets.